Today we're gonna make a mood board and talk about why I like what I like and why I don't like what I like and X Y Z. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm on Pinterest. I've actually been trying to stay off Pinterest because I feel like a couple of videos ago I was talking about like how AI is like a supplement. If you don't want to do it, you can have an AI do it. So if you're on Pinterest looking for inspiration, then you're as an artist, you're not really looking for inspiration. You're handing that off to something else, which can be I could see how that could be like very Duchamp, very Andy Warhol, but I'm not trying to. That's not my route at all. I am on Pinterest for the moment because I am trying to get to this playlist with like 150 hours of music on it, and I keep listening to stuff, and then I hear cool stuff, and then I add more music to the playlist, and Pinterest is a great way to scroll and like listen to music at the same time. You can't really do that with like TikTok. So all of that to explain like this is why I'm back on Pinterest for the moment, and we're gonna make a mood board today. So actually, I really want to start off with like Bjork, um, and this because it looks like Comme des Garçons, and I really 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 like that. There's a couple of Comme des Garçons ads. I think they're from like the early 2000s, maybe like 2003 or something like that, where they had like two juxtaposing images right by each other, and I really really like that. In fact, that's kind of the reason why my background is the way it is, partially because it I like the diptychs and I like things like that a lot. Okay, let's open this back up. Hmm. I really like shirts that say stuff as well. I think that stuff is super super cool. I would use this Burke image, but I've actually already used that in a mood board, so I can't use that. In fact, I actually made a mood board not too like 2 3 days ago when I was getting back on Pinterest, and I think I might just stay off of it again. I'm not too sure, but we will see. I'm gonna scroll through here and see what resonates with me today. Um, this is from a show called Monster. It's really really good. You should definitely watch it. Hmm. I actually really really like Final Fantasy 10 2. I've actually never played the game though, but I do really like it. I like the font here and the styling and the graphics there. That's really really cool. I was thinking about referencing dot hack GU as well, or just dot hack in general. I've been really into like shoujo manga as well. I feel like that's like very me. So this is a picture of two characters called Momo and Kairi. I'm gonna use those on the mood board as well. Let's see here. I feel like Fruit Smack. I actually just watched a video about Fruit Smack. Actually, it's still on my screen. It's about Tokyo Street Style by Deadstock Dialogue. It's pretty cool, and there's like lots of pictures of like people from Fruits Mag on here. Let me. You should definitely watch this video. It's like really cool stuff on here. So I would recommend that. Kirsten Dunst. I really like this picture of her as well. Uh, I really like how this looks. So actually, we're gonna click that as well. I feel like it's AI generated, but it looks really cool. Definitely kind of Fruitiger Arrow, which I don't really like that aesthetic a whole lot, but I definitely like that picture. It almost looks like this picture by Harime. Let's see, Harime. Or actually, Himera. Is that how you say it? I always say his name kind of funny, but it looks like this album cover. And this is More Than Friends by Mira or Himra. I don't know. I don't know how to say his name. Let me get a little bit of water. Uh, and we're in the Scholars room. Hmm. Actually, this picture of RuPaul, I really, really, really enjoy. I enjoy. I feel like somebody was talking about the other day where they were talking about how when the Pinterest quotes start hitting, like something's like up. I feel like I only try to like do a particular niche of like Pinterest quotes, where they're kind of like this, where when you become the image of your own imagination, it's the most powerful thing you could ever do. And I feel weird saying that I have, but I really feel like I have become the image of my imagination. When I was I'm 29. When I was 19, I think I would have imagined someone that looks like me. I'm about to be 30. I've actually been thinking about being 30 a lot lately as well. Like, what do I want my life to look like when I'm 40? Or even 35? Or even 33? Like, what will that look like? I can't even imagine it because I've achieved so much at the current state. There's like a mosquito in my apartment and it's kind of distracting me. Um, I've achieved so much and I didn't expect to achieve as much as I have. It's kind of honestly shocking to me how much I can be dedicated to hard work and being consistent, because I didn't want to actually make this video. I wanted to just lay in my bed and do nothing, but I'm here and I'm sticking with it and I'm trying to be consistent. I'm definitely showing up. I think I'm really committed to myself. I think I'm really, really, really committed to showing up and trying to not let myself down. I was doing something yesterday and it made me think about how I kind of have a fear of not looking stupid, but like mentally self retardation, I think is maybe the term. I feel like that's like not the politically correct thing to say, but like I'm afraid of doing something that's gonna make myself stupid where I can't help myself. I really, 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 really value helping myself and my autonomy and really doing stuff. I don't I'm not big on excuses. I want to do stuff and I want to see results in my life and I want to see changes. And it probably comes from like when I was younger and I wasn't able to express myself. I grew up in kind of a restricted environment and I wasn't able to really truly be myself on the level that I wanted to be. And I think now that I'm an adult, I I lean very heavily into that, and I don't really like being boxed in, which can be also negative in its own ways. But there's so much beautiful things that have come from it. Like literally, like 30 minutes ago, I was laying in my bed upstairs, and it was like it's too hot, so let me go downstairs and record the video. I'm like, I don't have a roommate. I sit in this apartment by myself, and that's cool. Like, I pay for it myself. I don't want to necessarily be alone, but I can afford to be alone. I have the freedom to do that. Um, I can afford it. So I don't know. I'm thinking about a lot of different things. But that's we'll leave that rant there. I did click this image while I was making that video, making the doing that rant, and I really like deep world building. That there's a lot in one image that you can like explore. I've been like playing around with that with like AI a lot lately. We can also get to that. Let me get a little bit of water. Now I think AI is cool, but my opinion on it have kind of soured a bit. Um, I feel like there is, oh my god, there's like a fucking moth in my place. Um, it's kind of like, I don't want to say distracting, but it's an it's maybe not the best. I feel like there's too many people in power that look exactly the same, and and they employ people that are also exactly the same as them. I don't feel like there's enough diversity in AI, and it's leading to not great results. Um, yes. Now I did click this image. This image I think is super cute. It's like very suspicious. Something suspicious is going on. So yeah, that's why I clicked that one. I also think that I like. Yeah, I'm trying to not use Pinterest so much, but I really like plants. I'm actually sitting in a room full of plants right now. So that's really cool. What else am I seeing? I really like old imagery like that too. And that may be something new made to look old, but I like stuff that like I like stuff that's character that has some life to it. Or like it's trying to like parody something. Like there's depth. I really, really appreciate that. Nuance, one might say. Hmm. Okay. I think that might be the video. Yeah, okay, so let's look at what we got. And then actually what we'll do is we will go over to boards and then we'll create, and I guess we could also talk about like the mood board I made the other day. We will name this one June 8th, the video. Okay, now let's go over here and see what we got. So of course the Bjork one, and then sometimes what I like to do is, well, I'll have to refresh. And I wonder if we'll see the Comedy Goes the Sun ad. I guess not. But there actually is a Comme des Garçons ad that looks like that. One of them is like a lobster, so you might want to type that up if you want to reference that or see what that is. Um, yeah. So sometimes I don't want to get too lost in the sauce by looking through these. Because you can really go down a rabbit hole in Pinterest, which can be fun, but also can be like I guess me with Pinterest is like it's specifically supposed to be kind of a waste of time, and which is kind of odd because with these, when I make videos, I want it to be like meaningful, but I'm not sure if I want it to be meaningful to other people or to me, and I'm trying to like really decide what I who the audience is and who it's for. That's why you might see me like go back and forth on these videos. Like some of them are definitely for other people, and some of them are definitely for me. This one's kind of seeming like it's more for me. Um, but anyway, this anime is very good, and you should definitely watch it. It's amazing. Peach Girl is like great. I forget what this character's name is, but the cool guy is named Kyrie, and we are definitely Team Kyrie here. Um, okay, let me go back here. Kirsten Dunst. Her body looking tea. The body keeps tea. Yeah, see, look, that picture's cool, but all this other Fruitical Arrow stuff is not really. It's not tea. And I didn't even realize this is like a package, which makes me question if this is even real. Um, oh wow, I didn't even realize that I had this many pictures selected. Yeah, I don't really normally scroll down this much. Um, very suspicious. Very cute. Very cutesy. Yeah, this I'm really glad because this is a really good image as well. Um, I like this. Sometimes I don't want to know what an aesthetic is called because I don't. I mean, it's useful to like learn how to like search something or how to maybe explain something to some other people. But sometimes I feel like, actually, a lot of times I think I just want to invoke a feeling. I don't necessarily want to say anything ultra specific. I just want to. I think it's my job as an artist to make the work, and it's your job as the viewer to like kind of react. Like I shouldn't be reacting entirely. Well, in some level, I react and I make art, but like I shouldn't be trying to like control your reaction or dictate how it's going to be. I just need to put out the idea and then be okay with whatever the result is. This is the mood board I made the other day. I don't want to shop products. um, this is another one of those things that looks like a Comme des Garçons ad, and maybe this is the real thing, and Comme des Garçons is referencing it. I don't know, but either way, this is the aesthetic for the moment. I feel like it's a bit more. I, I'm trying to get away from this word niche, but it's a bit more niche, it's a bit more curated. It's not the most obvious images. That's generally where I'm trying to go. Is like I don't the obvious thing. I don't want to do the obvious thing. I want to do something left of center, and I've said that before. I don't want to do quite in the middle. I don't want to hit bullseye. I want to be. I want to miss a little bit. I want to mess up. I want to trip. I want to fall. I want to be a little bit messy. I want to bring life into it. Actual day to day life. I want to carry that energy into the work. Which is why I really like this paparazzi picture. Which is why I like this lizard or iguana eating this cactus thing. Um, Ichigo, but it's like a bit more. It's also a TikTok. That's some people's lives. There's this energy to it that I really really appreciate. And there's some other je ne sais quoi stuff that I can't really explain, but you see it, get into it. Yeah, body is tea. We're gonna go up here, and I always archive the stuff. I never keep it because I don't really. Once I come up with the idea, I'm like, it's done. Like it's not. We're not coming back to it. It's that's how it is gonna be forever. I'm not really gonna change it or organize it or do anything like that to it. Yeah. So body is tea. I like what I did. I like the aesthetic. I like how I'm feeling. This was very hopeful. This was very something else I wanted to talk about. I want to be more hopeful in the future. I feel like what I want to do with art is create something that's that can actually see a future, because I feel like there's so much going on right now in America and honestly the world, where things don't feel like there is a possible good future that could exist. And I want to say, yes, there is. It can be. There can be something bright, interesting, colorful, where we can have relationships with the environment. We can have relationships with other people that is mutually beneficial. It doesn't have to be this division. It doesn't have to be something that's deconstructing. I want to reconstruct. Yes, I want to reconstruct. I don't want to reconstruct.